he does mention that he's, I think, a high-functioning autist. I had a lot of fat jokes in my original script that I actually cut out of the video because I really felt bad. So
Hello?
hey, what's up?
Hypercat, hello. How's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, thanks. Wow. Well, I want to say I appreciate you reaching out to me on Twitter.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. I mean, obviously you come on my stream. Well, I appreciate that, there's probably a lot going on, so I didn't want to, pester you to come on stream or anything like that, but I'm glad you have. What's happening? How's it going?
Well, I've been chilling for the last few hours. I mean, yesterday was kind of hectic because I had to make the video as well, but I'm pretty fine. I'm doing okay now. I sent out the counterclaim this morning. Um, I'm, you're in England, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm in England,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm like 2 hours ahead. So
Ah,
yeah,
right,
this
okay, got you,
morning.
yeah. I'll just clarify, just in case, I think most people have probably watched my coverage earlier, but so do you want to just give like an outline of kind of who you are and what this drama is you've been wrapped up in recently?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Hypercat on YouTube. I'm a fairly new YouTuber. I started out with making a documentary about Destiny's career online because um, I kind of just watch him most of the time. I don't really watch much YouTube except him and his universe, which is it's kind of cringe, but and yeah, that was a fun video idea I was working on for 2 months, and then I some of my friends told me that I should maybe try doing documentaries about more people. So yeah, that's how. After that, I made the Fresh and Fit documentary, and then the Alebrelle one. So that's it has been a short career for me.
Yeah,
But so
I noticed. Yeah, I saw that you had like 62 subs, which to me was just like,
yeah.
you know, insane that someone's going to come after you for, for this thing. But in any case, on that note, I mean, what explain then? So you made this video about Alebrelle. What happened off the back of that?
Yeah, so before publishing the video, I'm not sure if you went over my second response, but I emailed Alebrelle asking him to maybe make a max 1 minute video where he records himself talking about the importance of mental health online, which I didn't mention that. I mentioned that I was going to make a video about him, but I didn't mention how the narrative was going to go, and I thought it would be a good way to like circle back uh, at the end of the video after I made like this whole cringe monologue about how his mental health may be worsened, or is certainly worsened by the fact that he's terminally online. So, and maybe it's like him giving advice to himself in a
Right. So
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, just quickly on that note, I'll just slip this in here because there's only 2 points that I sort of criticised of your video. The first was a kind of L on my part. It was a pause Andy situation because I paused it and said, well, if this is just like clips like this, I can understand why maybe you're leaving yourself open for a pernicious DMCA request. And then like seconds after I said it, you started talking, and I was like, okay, well that's fine then. So that was
Yeah.
pause Andy on my part. But the second thing that I first criticised but clarified because I wasn't quite sure. But at first, it seemed like you were cynical about the concept of content creation affecting your mental health. But then later, you said something that seemed to suggest you just thought that Alebrelle was engaging in it cynically in a Twitter thread. So I guess I'll ask you as you're here, what are your actual thoughts on that concept?
Yeah, so I mean, regarding all of his past drama that I went through, I obviously think that what he did was wrong, and I don't, I don't, how should I say this? I don't like the guy,
Sure.
which
Me neither.
yeah, but once I went through the video, I kind of started feeling bad for him because he does mention that he's, I think, a high functioning autist, or I'm not sure, but I it's I don't know how to put this. So yeah, basically at the end, I wanted to try to give advice to the guy, even though I don't like him. I don't, did that answer your question?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think I understand where you're coming from. So, it seems like you actually did have a concern of like, yeah, this guy probably isn't cut out for all this drama shit, but he
Yeah,
maybe engages in it a bit sometimes. I mean, not so much anymore, but he used to at least. Maybe it's best to take a
yeah. And
step
I
back
mean,
from.
uh, I kind of half expected that he would watch the video because I sent out an email to him, and then and like within 2 hours I got a response, and so uh, that was after I already wrote the script about the monologue and stuff. But um, yeah, I
Yeah,
I
sure.
did I didn't think he would take it as far as a copyright claim. So
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, this kind of moves us more onto the point of like, so yeah, following you making this video, he watched it, and then his response was to issue a copyright claim against you, which
yeah.
resulted in YouTube taking the video down, I believe, and issuing a copyright strike on your channel.
Yes. And so after that, I actually got that notification from YouTube while I was in class because I'm a university student. And so after class, I went up to the library and I started trying to figure out what to do in this situation. I was kind of flustered because I
Yeah.
didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I ended up sending Alebrelle the email asking him to release the claim, which I thought that he's obviously going to reject, but I thought I would try to be good faith uh, and reach out to him before issuing the counterclaim.
Yeah, sure. I think that for me anyway, my interpretation is I think that he just doesn't like the fact he's being criticized in this video. And it's one of
Yep.
those situations where he's weaponizing the DMCA copyright system against you in order to get this criticism taken down. That was my read of it anyway. Admittedly, I don't like the guy, but I just don't see how there's a valid claim that you have breached copyright in some way with it, outside of fair use. It's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way, especially I think he has a pinned tweet talking about this specific, like the MCA stuff, and in the clip, or one of the people who sent me a clip of him talking about how criticism about another creator is fair use, even without the creator's consent. So I think I quote tweeted that, saying how it's kind of weird how
Based.
that doesn't apply to him. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, obviously, as you, I think, or some, I think you might have said this yourself, but your tone was kind of critical, and there's a few memes thrown in there.
Yep.
But like, I mean, I don't think you even like went for the low blows or cheap shots, if I remember correctly.
No, I mean, yeah. So I'm really new to this scene, obviously, but I
Yeah, yeah.
have watched a lot of YouTube, so I'm trying to find a good balance between like presenting the facts and also trying to be a bit humorous or funny, but also not going too far. I think I like had a I I uh, I had a lot of fat jokes in my original script that I actually cut out of the video because I really felt bad. So
Jesus, that's very
yeah,
good of you. I mean, yeah, most people just would full steam ahead on those. I made a couple.
yeah,
My chat were making a couple, but or more than a couple. But yeah, no, that's good. I think that's a good decision to be honest. Because I mean, I'm all up for making poking a bit of fun and stuff like that. But I think the problem is when you go for the low blows, it does unfortunately take away from the arguments that you're making. So I think that was a real strong decision to be honest. Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously there's this copyright strike. I'm fairly confident it's going to get reversed. I can't imagine YouTube siding with Alebrelle on this. But I mean, I would
Yeah.
imagine. I mean, I don't want to presume, but could you go to court with this? Is this something you could weather? Do you think?
Well, that's the risk I'm playing because, as I said before, I'm kind of a broke college student currently, or university student. So I I really hope it doesn't get to the level of um, the courts and stuff, especially since it's an international matter. But I've been speaking. A lot of people have me out on Twitter in DMs as well about regarding the situation, and everyone confirmed that it's fair use, so the video should be fine, and b, even if Alebrelle decides to sue, I that there's a really small chance of that, since he would have to file an international lawsuit, and I think there's only been three lawsuits regarding this type of claim on YouTube in its
Yeah.
history. So yeah, let's hope for the best.
I mean, he doesn't look like he's got, mountains of money. He'd probably have to, find a few thousand grand at the bottom of a dumpster or something.
Yeah, regarding the dumpster thing, people meme on him for doing these dumpster diving streams, but I don't think it's related to his money issues, or if he has any
No.
money issues, because he's been doing these since 2016.
Yeah.
Most of them were not recorded, but he has like Reddit threads up about that. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, it was funny. Like, I find it funny to kind of laugh at and poke a
yeah,
bit of fun
we
at,
know,
right?
obviously, yeah.
But yeah,
But
I don't think it's like a bad thing. I think dumpster diving could be an interesting thing to see. Like, imagine finding something crazy, be like, oh my God, look at this. I think it could be quite good
well,
content.
I mean, I personally wouldn't stream that, but if he wants to go for it, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's a good chance that it's gonna get reversed. I mean, I was a bit, I wasn't sure about what the video was going to be, so I responded to obviously watch the version Odyssey. I was like, I don't even know if I'll be able to put this on YouTube if it is as bad as like it's been stated.
Yeah.
But like watching it, it's like, yeah, there's absolutely no way. Even it's in its original form, there's no way. So,
Yeah, I mean, the Alebrelle claimed that like 80% of the video was using his content, but if you go through most of it, some of them were featuring Roger Royale clips, which is
yes,
not his domain, obviously. And yeah, I think I used quotes and tweets from him. I'm not sure if reading out his tweets are considered copyrightable, but I did have clips, especially in the beginning of the video. Uh, but even
yeah.
even the first minute, I think maybe the last, like the abortion clip, was the only one that was from his channel. So
Yeah, exactly. I just don't see how that is. Anyone would look at that and go, "Oh yeah," because do you know much about copyright? Have you looked into it at
no,
all?
I only had to look at it. I only educated myself regarding this, so I haven't
Oh, okay.
dug myself deep into this topic yet.
Because I'm no expert on it myself. I just know
Me
from
neither. Yeah.
discourse and stuff. But basically, when it comes to fair use, there's these four factors that they take into consideration, and it's like the purpose of the use, like
Yep.
whether it's factual or fictional, how much you use, and the effect on the market value for the original person that holds the copyright. And if you actually look in detail at each four factors, like that, it is explicitly fair use.
Yeah, exactly. I think he mentioned two weird, like cases from way back when
Yeah.
the copyright holder actually won. But yeah, I don't,
They
I
weren't
don't.
relevant. That was flexing.
Yeah,
He was trying to strong arm you. I think he's like, I know all about this, so don't fuck with me. Type. That's what I think he was doing.
yeah,
Because when you read the actual details, it doesn't make any sense. Because it's not particularly relevant to the work that you've actually put out. So yeah.
yeah. I mean, for the first read through was, I actually like, for a moment there, I was like, oh wait, is he actually right with this? Because
Yeah.
it is true that I didn't ask him permission and all this stuff. But that when I actually started reading the laws, and people on Twitter helped me out, I realized that it has no standing whatsoever. What he wrote in the email.
No, it
So
doesn't. Yeah, it's all just because he even said something about a percentage that you can use or 3 minutes. He's made that
yeah,
up or got it from somewhere that's not true. That's complete nonsense. So yeah, crazy.
yeah.
Um, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you, by the way, for reacting and watching the video. I
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I saw it knocking about, and I thought it would be interesting content for myself. And I'm just glad that we're able to get some more eyes on it. And Yeah, if there was nothing else, I guess I'll just say, good luck with the appeal. I hope it goes your way. And if it doesn't, and he tries to do some weird court thing, it's not the end of the road. I'm sure there's enough
Well,
feelings
okay.
about Alebrelle that we could probably do something. We'll figure it out, okay?
All right. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Chud. Have a
Pleasure.
good one.
Thanks. You have a good one too. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye.